Assassin's Creed developer Ubisoft have recently put out a press release regarding their international incident almost in Japan over their newest game, Assassin's Creed Shadows, in which a black supposed samurai is the main protagonist. I don't really have much commentary over it, but I wanted to go over the English version that they put out, and I've also done the translation from the Japanese version that they put out, and I just wanted to sort of show you the differences in those. So this first page, it says, "To our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support for the Assassin's Creed series, which now has its own history spanning almost 20 years. Over this time, we have explored various settings, time periods, and characters, from an assassin during the Third Crusade to a Viking in 9th century England, and countless more. For many of our team, creating an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan has been a long-cherished dream. Since the announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we have received many positive reactions, but also some criticism from you, our Japanese players. We share your passion for history and deeply respect your care for the historical and cultural integrity of your rich heritage. We would like to address a few points to clarify our intentions and creative decisions. Overall authenticity efforts. We have put significant effort into ensuring an immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. However, our intention has never been to present any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, as factual representations of history or historical characters. Instead, we aim to spark curiosity and engage players to explore and learn more about the historical settings we get inspired by. Assassin's Creed Shadows is first and foremost designed to be an entertaining video game that tells a compelling historical fiction set in feudal Japan. Our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, researchers, and internal teams at Ubisoft Japan to inform our creative choices. Despite these sustained efforts, we acknowledge that some elements in our promotional materials may have caused concern within the Japanese community. For this, we sincerely apologize. All game footage presented so far is in development, and the game will keep evolving until launch. Based on the constructive criticism we have received, we continue our efforts until we put this game into your hands and beyond. We also want to clarify that while we have been consulting with many people throughout the development process, they are in no way responsible for the decisions that are taken by the creative teams in the interest of gameplay and entertainment. Consequently, we respectfully request that criticism not be directed at our collaborators, both internal and external. And this is the final page. Creative liberties and historical inspirations. While we strive for authenticity in everything that we do, Assassin's Creed games are works of fiction inspired by real historical events and figures. From its inception, the series has taken creative license and incorporated fantasy elements to craft engaging and immersive experiences. The representation of Yasuke in our game is an illustration of this. His unique and mysterious life made him an ideal candidate to tell the Assassin's Creed story with the setting of feudal Japan as a backdrop. While Yasuke is depicted as a samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we acknowledge that this is a matter of debate and discussion. We have woven this carefully into our narrative, and with our other lead character, the Japanese shinobi Naoe, I think that's how you pronounce it, who is equally important in the game, our dual protagonists provide players with different gameplay styles. We greatly value your feedback and encourage you to continue sharing your thoughts respectfully. While we understand that meeting everyone's expectations is difficult, we sincerely hope that when Assassin's Creed Shadows launches on November 15th, players in Japan and around the world will appreciate the dedication, effort, and passion we have poured into it. The Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. So that's what the English version says. However, I have used a online OCR program to be able to translate the text, and to extract the text, and then I've translated it using another online service called DeepL. And so I will just there we go. So this is from deepl.com as translated by Easy Screen OCR? There we go. Okay, so this says, from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team, we would like to begin by thanking you, the people of Japan, for your patronage of the Assassin's Creed series over the past 20 years. Over the course of its history, the series has featured a variety of settings, historical backgrounds, and characters, from the assassins of the Third Crusade to the Vikings of 9th century England. And for our development team members, it has been a long dream of ours to create an Assassin's Creed set in Warring States period Japan. Since announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we have received a great deal of anticipation, but we have also received comments and suggestions from Japanese players and everyone else. As we are passionate about the historical representation, we deeply respect your concern for the faithful representation of, I think it's supposed to be but it says our rich history and culture. And we sincerely apologize for any concerns we have raised with the Japanese community. We respect the opinions of our stakeholders and sincerely apologize for any concern this may cause to the people of Japan. Overall commitment to fidelity. We have focused on portraying Japan during the Warring States period in a way that is both immersive and respectful. The Assassin's Creed series of games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, were not created to recreate historical facts or historical figures. Our goal is to stimulate players' curiosity and encourage them to explore and to get to know the historical settings that inspired us. Assassin's Creed Shadows is being developed as an entertaining game of fascinating historical fiction set in Sengoku-era Japan. And in developing it, we have worked with a wide range of stakeholders, from outside consultants to historians, researchers, and internal members of Ubisoft Japan. Despite these efforts, we apologize again for any concerns raised by the Japanese public due to lack of supervision of some of the promotional materials. All of the game footage released thus far is still in development, and we will continue to improve the content of the game based on your constructive feedback up to the time the game is released to the public and beyond. While many people have contributed throughout the production process, the development team is solely responsible for the content of the game in terms of gameplay and entertainment, and no responsibility is assumed by any of the contributors. We ask that you refrain from any and all criticism of those who have contributed either internally or externally. Creative expression and inspiration through history. Although we strive for a faithful depiction at every turn, the Assassin's Creed series of games is solely a work of fiction inspired by real events and people from history. To create an engaging and immersive gaming experience, Assassin's Creed has taken advantage of the freedom of creative expression to incorporate elements of fantasy since the beginning of the series. Yasuke, for example, is an example of such creative expression. The mysterious and rare character of Yasuke was an ideal candidate to tell the story of Assassin's Creed against the fascinating backdrop of Sengoku-era Japan. We are aware that the portrayal of Yasuke in Assassin's Creed Shadows as a samurai has been controversial. However, the other main character, Naoe, a Japanese shinobi, is just as important, and both characters offer different game styles, stories, and narratives that weave together. We value your feedback very much. We sincerely hope that you will provide us with, or we sincerely hope that you will continue to provide us with valuable feedback and suggestions. When Assassin's Creed Shadows launches on November 15th, 2024, we hope that players in Japan and around the world will be able to see the passion, hard work, and love we have put into this game. We hope that players in Japan and around the world will be inspired by the passion, hard work, and love we have put into this work and continue to patronize our games. Patronize, maybe, but from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. So you can go back through this video now. You can see what has been written there, and you can have a look at the differences for yourself. But I just wanted to sort of point these out to you, that there are some different wordings, different ways that they've put themselves across to the Japanese community as opposed to the American or the English speaking community. And so, yeah, that's about it. Thanks. See you next time.